Welcome to the ELA block. Here you will observe 120 minutes of ELA instruction modeled by ELA ISSs from the America's Southeast District. Before we begin, we would like to thank Sarah Johnson, first grade teacher at McBride Elementary School, for sharing her classroom and students in order to make this training video possible. Before we begin, let's review some important components of the ELA block. A literacy block is a period of time devoted to standards-aligned literacy instruction, ideally at least 120 minutes daily. Governed by the principle of gradual release, it shifts responsibility progressively from teacher-directed instruction to student-directed practice, collaboration, and application. Keeping in mind that the primary resource for teaching grade-level standards is DODEA-adopted materials. Here is the breakdown of approximate times within the 120 minutes of daily ELA instruction. This visual presents a framework teachers can apply as they select the resources they will use from each of the Benchmark Advanced units. At certain points in the unit, teachers may adapt this framework to meet the particular resources they are using from Benchmark Advanced. For example, if on a particular day they have selected to use a second mini-lesson, e.g. to teach a new literacy workstation, the teacher may adapt other aspects of the block accordingly. According to the National Reading Panel, research supports the need for varied approaches to meet the diverse needs of students and to address the different components of literacy instruction. Organization of a balanced literacy model into a defined literacy block helps teachers devote the time and attention required by CCRSL for reading, writing, speaking and listening, and language. A well-organized 120-minute literacy block also helps to ensure that all aspects of literacy are addressed consistently and coherently in multiple environments using various approaches that differ by level of teacher support and child control. According to Debbie Diller, a literacy workstation is an area within the classroom where students work alone or interact with one another using materials to explore and expand their literacy. Literacy workstations provide opportunities for students to practice previously taught skills to gain a deeper understanding and automaticity of critical concepts. The 5 required workstations are listed here. The workstations are Fluency, Word Work, which includes phonics and/or vocabulary, Writing, Text Comprehension, and Library or Independent Reading. It is important to note that technology or computer is not a standalone workstation. Technology may be embedded in any of the workstations. You will notice that the task is differentiated. Students rotate to the Fluency workstation to improve on their ability to read a text accurately, quickly, and with expression. Reading fluency is important because it provides a bridge between word recognition and comprehension. All workstations have a product. The product here is a self-reflection.
Actually, the book one. Because that's a lot of work. Okay, let's read number 2. How about Levi? Read us number 2. Oh, did you read it? Okay. Jude,
On Monday, they have 20 ears. No, faces. 20 faces.
you said.
First on Monday, they have.
Perfect.
What do
So
you
that
want
was which way did we go?
This writing workstation activity, like all workstation tasks, is aligned to the grade level writing standard.
Right here. Read it. You want to see a timeline?
Look in T, the large, the day. T-H-E-Y. T-H-E-Y. Oh yeah, in there.
Yeah.
Word work may include phonics and vocabulary. Research has found that phonics instruction contributes to the growth in reading of most children. It is important, however, to acknowledge that children vary greatly in the knowledge of reading that they bring to school. For phonics instruction to support the reading progress of all of your students, it is important to work in flexible instructional groups and to pace instruction to maximize student progress. As you will see in the video snippet, the workstation is differentiated to support reading progress of all of your students. As previously stated, vocabulary tasks are part of the workstation. Vocabulary is very important to reading comprehension. Readers cannot understand what they are reading without knowing what most of the words mean. As children learn to read more advanced texts, they must learn the meaning of new words that are not part of their oral vocabulary. Comprehension is the reason for reading. If readers can read the words but do not understand what they are reading, they are not really reading, they are word calling. The National Reading Panel's research has made it clear that the best approach to reading instruction is one that incorporates ways to enhance comprehension. Therefore, you will find many workstations incorporate comprehension. For example, often fluency workstation tasks also have a comprehension component. The more opportunities to practice text comprehension with consideration to the ELA standards, the better for increasing students' comprehension. In the library workstation or independent reading workstation, it is important that students self-select a text. All three instructional shifts suggested by the CCRSL are supported by the implementation of a classroom library. When students use the library, they have multiple opportunities to engage with complex texts, both literary and informational. They can also build content knowledge about the world around them by browsing, reading, and speaking about the content-rich nonfiction titles that are found in your classroom library. According to Krashen, research supports that access to vibrant classroom libraries filled with a variety of books improves students' motivation and engagement with independent reading. Let's read the notes from the teacher as she reflected on her lesson and considered feedback to improve her instructional practice. Do you agree with the reflective notes? Additional information on workstations can be found in the Literacy Resource Guide and within the Benchmark Advanced Curriculum resources. You may also reach out to your ELA ISS for additional information.